here's the $10,000 question. It's always the question. Forward-facing sonar.
I love it. Yeah, I'll
You're giving it a thumbs up.
No, I'll give you what the scientific perspective is right now.
Okay, we'll take that.
That'll be a good one. There's 2 papers that are available through scientific. So the process of science, basically, somebody does an experiment, they publish a paper, that paper is reviewed by their colleagues. If those colleagues approve of the research, everything's sound, then it's published.
Okay.
There's 2 published papers.
All right.
One of them is on crappie and one of them is on blue cat, both by the exact same scientists that led the experiments. They focus on those species, Brad, because those are species that are easily exploited, because people that catch those typically harvest them.
Right.
So if we're going to see canary in the coal mine, it's on fish that are continuously harvested.
Right.
We're going to lose size classes quickly. We're going to notice a decrease in the population. So this biologist, basically to summarize the papers, took a group of anglers, some with forward-facing technology and some without, and they went out and they fished for the day.
Okay.
And all he looked at was how many fish did they catch, what was the average size, how quick did they find fish, and whenever he looked at the data, the anglers with forward-facing sonar found fish faster. But at the end of the day, they did not catch more fish, and those fish did not have a greater size. But here's the biggest point of those papers, the last conclusion he had. He asked everybody a final question. Do you think that the people with forward-facing sonar caught more fish? And both the anglers with the forward-facing sonar and without thought that forward-facing sonar allowed the others to have the advantage. So they thought that forward-facing sonar made a difference when it didn't actually make a difference in his data. Now, I think some important points there is exploitation. As a bass fishing community, we are a non-consumptive community.
Right. Yep.
The harvest of bass is at an all-time low, and probably is detrimental in many situations because we need some harvest. But as a non-consumptive population, the exploitation of those fish is very low. So as long as we understand fish care and we understand putting together the proper tournaments and all the habitat components, and we're doing everything we can as an angler and as a league to release those fish alive, there is there's really no exploitation or loss of fish. So for state agencies and for researchers, they're looking at it, and bass are not their priority because we're just not going to exploit them. For species like crappie, it's the magnification is really on those because we can exploit those populations. The other thing we do in our data collection this year on the Bass Pro Tour, because I have the official and I can tinker with what they're collecting, is we collect every single fish that's caught. Was the angler utilizing forward-facing sonar or not?
Okay.
So we've had 2 events this year so far. Stage 1 at Toledo Bend, 76% of the fish were caught using forward-facing. The second tournament was at Santee Cooper. We had 16% of the fish caught using forward-facing sonar.
Right.
So even in our own data, it's starting to show like sometimes it's really important.
Right.
Other times it's not important at all.
Yeah.
As this plays out over the next couple of years, we'll learn a lot more. It's one of those things that as long as we're not exploiting the population, state agencies are going to stay away from it. They're really more concerned about people that are consuming a lot of fish.
Yep. Well, that takes us to Tackle Time. Tackle Time sponsored by Pico Lures. Pico Lures has a complete line of hard and soft baits, ones you can catch bass on with or without forward-facing technology. They also, how's that? And they also have terminal tackles. So if you're out there just bobbing with a minnow for a crappie, they got that too. So check them out at picolures.com.